Gotta get the videos out today. Get it going. Gotta get it going. Gotta get these videos out today. Oh God, Roxanne. Okay, Roxanne. What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox. Trying to get in the mode, you guys. How about I didn't get to get coffee this morning? Well, I did have coffee, actually. Let me give you a quick story. So I put me my new little Dunkin' Donuts, pods in the Keurig this morning. Figured I'd save me some money, not stop at Dunkin' Donuts and get something to drink. I would make one at home. And when I tell you I made the perfect cup, I should say, of coffee, perfect. Had the right amount of cream in it, just a little smidgen of sugar. It's so funny, whoever thought that I wouldn't really feel like I need much sugar in my coffee. Anyway, made my coffee and prepared to go to work. Went down into my garage where Foxy is parked, and we have a deep freezer. So I set my coffee on the deep freezer because I had all these bags and shit, my laptop bag, my tote bag, my purse, I'm carrying all this shit. So I put it in the car. And I guess I drove off without it, child. I was on my way to work this morning and reached down there, about 20 miles away from the house and realized that my fucking coffee wasn't in the car. But I tell you, my feelings was hurt because even right now, it was like, I feel like I want the coffee right now and I can't get it. And it was perfect. I mean, I sipped it. I was like, yum, 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 yum. This is perfect. And the bitch didn't get it. And I didn't have time to get no coffee this morning. I was going to be late. So, I ain't quite ready for the video. Ready for the video. Ready for the video. Hey, jazz hands. Anyway, you guys. Oh, I have a lot of serious things to talk about, but I'm just really trying to get my mood. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it right because I got all these videos that I need to do today. Well, Top of the Blogs and Greenleaf. So I'm doing Top of the Blogs first, even though Greenleaf will probably be up before Top of the Blogs. But I just gotta, let me just get in the groove, y'all. So anyways, you guys, this is just a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs. So let's get to it. All right, you guys, first story up is a matter of national security. We heard all about it yesterday. Actually, I have been staying off of the internet, off of social media this last week. iPhone has installed this thing on the phones where now you get to see how much you on your phone, and it was fucking ridiculous how much I was on it. So I've been trying to make it a point to live my life not so much connected. But I did happen to come across my phone yesterday morning that there were some suspicious packages delivered to the Clintons, to the Obamas, to the CNN headquarters in New York, I believe. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? So after I kind of looked into it a little bit more, I saw that, yeah, they had some what they believe were bombs that had not gone off. However, these bombs were delivered to President Obama's home, President Clinton's home, and the Secretary of State Clinton, and CNN. Okay, also some other people had bombs delivered to their homes or within the vicinity of areas that they would frequent. I believe Maxine Waters received a suspicious package yesterday evening. They're saying that Robert De Niro's restaurant, there was a package found within vicinity of the restaurant. There was a number of people that have high standings in the Democratic Party have been targeted. I don't know why my voice is shaking. I guess that beginning. And I think we all have many questions. I already know who I believe is behind this. I won't blame your stupid ass president. I'm sure he's not sitting down anywhere and telling people to go out and, send bombs to these people's houses. However, like Maxine Waters said yesterday in an interview, Donald Trump has a way of dog whistling, has a way of rallying the troops by saying things without saying things. Okay, and that's me just paraphrasing what she says. But, when he says things like, you better be careful, you better watch out. Okay, that's sort of like to people that have a terroristic mind or fanatics that believe so much in Donald Trump and his rhetoric, These are the type of things that rally these kind of people to do stuff like this. Now, how these packages ended up with, you know, in these places is still, they're still trying to find out. Okay. They're also saying that even Joe Biden, there was a package that was supposed to go to him, but it did not make it to him, and they don't know where the package is. Like, I'm not clear on how they know about this package if it didn't surface, but they don't know who delivered the packages. So, there may be things that they're not letting us know as the investigation goes on. I guess they want everybody to be on high alert today and the days following, because they're saying that there probably are more packages out there. Now, like I said, none of the packages detonated. So the question is whether they were supposed to detonate and they didn't. I mean, it seems very strange that out of all of these packages, none of them detonated, even if as they've been handled by other people. Or was the package just some sort of warning, some sort of sign, some sort of threat? Are they trying to scare people as these November elections come up? We already know the craziness that surrounds these elections. And let me take this time to remind everyone that you can early vote now. And I think that it's important that people should, if they have a chance to do it early, they should, because anything can happen actually on election day. You know, things come up, you might have car troubles, you might have to stay late at work. I mean, things happen. So if you have the opportunity to vote early, I think you should. Look it up on your internet, find out exactly where they have early polling stations, and go get it done. I am going to actually vote this weekend. But anyway, getting back on track, you know, with all the things that are coming up, you know that the Republicans are afraid, for lack of better words, in certain states at least. I know here in Georgia, Brian Kemp has been caught on record twice now saying how worried he was that the black folks was going to take the election, end up giving it to Stacey Abrams, because, you know, we out here and we trying to do this. So they're suppressing voters, saying all kind of crazy things. If you hadn't voted last year, you can't vote this year. You know, they're trying to say things like, you know, people's applications for, registration for voting weren't complete, wrong addresses, not correct ID numbers. I mean, just whatever they could come out to say is the reason why a certain person of this persuasion can't vote. They are trying to do it. I don't know if the bombs is a message, if it's supposed to be just something to distract us from what really is going on, what's coming up, what's important. Those who were affected by these bombings yesterday, the Obamas never commented on it at all. As a matter of fact, they stayed steadfast with what they have been saying. They tweeted all day about making sure that you vote, early vote, 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 vote. So they're not getting off track with this. What's his name on CNN with the white hair? You know, he said that we are not afraid. We are not going to be run off by these, you know, whatever they are, these so-called bombs. You know, they're just not going to let this sway them. But, I mean, just a chaotic world. And if we don't get control of the House and the Senate in November, y'all gonna still probably have that stupid ass as y'all president in the next term. It has to be done. Like, I know that voting is not the end all be all. You know, every time you tell somebody to make sure that they vote, somebody gets in the comments and says, oh, that's not the answer. I didn't say it was the answer. I said that it was the start to changing things. Okay, I know that the world does not change in one day. And I know that things would not possibly turn around, not even in a fucking year. But you have got to start somewhere. You have got to do something. Sitting home and just waiting to see what the outcome is not acceptable any longer. Okay, so you ain't got to get in the comments and tell me all of that. Okay, but anyway, yeah, just like I said, a chaotic world, just a terrible place that we live in right now. There's a national security crisis going on yesterday, and y'all stupid ass president is holding fucking rallies. Like, what the fuck you holding a rally? I mean, I know the election's coming up, so I guess that's what he's rallying up. But you know, he lives on that whole, you know, he just has to have people sit there and cheer him on whenever he's feeling down and low, and you know, his ego needs to be pumped up a little bit. He holds these rallies. He is just so fucking annoying and such a joke and just tiring. I swear I've never not liked someone as much as I don't like Donald Trump. But anyway, we're gonna pray our protection prayer over all those people that were affected, and hopefully that they will catch the people, the persons responsible for these bombs that are everywhere. It's just crazy, you guys. And then while we're talking about serious stories, I want to talk about this. I had a rock star that reached out to me on Instagram. I believe her name was Tamika. And she is a personal friend, I believe, of this family. There was a sheriff. There are actually 6 or 7 sheriffs that were serving a warrant to a home in Lake City, South Carolina. The 27-year-old man that they were going there to serve the warrant to had been accused of pedophilia. So they were going there to conduct an interview, and the 27-year-old, 74-year-old father was on the roof, Mr. Frederick T. Hopkins. He was on the roof of the house, and he had 3 guns with him, and he was basically shooting down at the sheriff's like target practice as they walked up to serve this warrant. Of course, it turned into a huge standoff. He immediately killed one person, Sergeant Terrence Caraway. I believe he died immediately, but there were 6 other deputies that were shot, and then there was a standoff that day. They were finally able to get into the house. It's sad that I even have to say that, you know, it don't even feel right, but you know, they apprehend white suspects. Okay, they kill black suspects. Okay, and that's suspects, not necessarily anybody that's innocent or guilty. But I digress. Let me get back on track. So they were able to get him, roughed him up. You know, his mug shot. He has a black eye and everything, but he lives to see another day, right? They arrested him and his son. When they got into the home, they were able to see that he had somewhere around 129 firearms, and he was just ready for battle. But like I said, these deputies that were shot, the one that was killed, there was another one by the name of Farrah Turner. This is the personal friend, I believe, of Tamika, my rock star in South Carolina. She has now died. She's the second victim to this shooting after being in critical condition for 3 weeks in the hospital. So very sad, because she died in the line of duty, doing her job. I'm sure they did not expect to meet such violence, you know, serving a warrant on sexual allegations like this. So just very sad. And I could tell by my rock star who reached out to me, she wanted me to make sure that I said this on here, because she said she knew that the family would ask, that the family could really take all the extra prayers that they could. Prayers up to the family of Farrah Turner. I don't know how old she was. I didn't put that information in, but we're gonna pray for the family, the strength of the family and the friends, that community, that city. They lost quite a bit in these you know, officers that were killed. But I just wanted to make sure that I let you guys aware of that. And all the rock stars out there, pray for Tamika, Farrah, and her family and friends out there. All right, you guys, so your girl Megyn Kelly. Listen, Megyn Kelly has been problematic ever since they brought Megyn over from Fox News. Okay, remember how upset everyone was when Tamron Hall lost her position at NBC, only for them to give Megyn the Today Show slot. They were going to give her a news magazine, like a Sunday evening news magazine, 2020 type of show as well. They paid her over $23 million, and everybody felt like she was overrated and that they were spending way too much. Okay, but they brought her on in. NBC was all, yeah, this is the best. This is the best for our channel. This is going to be great for the network. You know, she brings this, that, and the other. But we always felt like she didn't necessarily fit in with the dynamics of the NBC show. The Today Show is supposed to be bright and happy and family and, you know, fun. And, you know, we don't even have to discuss what happens over at Fox News. So she's had a series of missteps and blunders, but she's been chugging on along, until the other day when she was talking with a panel of white folks about blackface. I think they were talking about Halloween costumes, and Megan didn't understand what the problem was with blackface or whiteface. She said that back in the day when she was younger, hey, it was fine. People put on blackface all the time. Nobody really cared as long as, you know, people knew that you were dressing up as a character. I guess she just said it in jest and didn't really think that it was going to go anywhere. I mean, she was just sort of making a point like, oh yeah, back in the day, you know, hey, you know, we used to dress like niggas all the time. It wasn't no big deal. Well, I don't know if that is or isn't true. To me, blackface has always been looked down upon. If I'm a black person looking at a white person who has their face painted black, I'm immediately offended. All right, it just doesn't feel right. But even if that was her reality back in the day, it was very stupid of her to say something like that. Today, in this here day and age, with everybody being so racially stressed, the tension there, so much division in our nation, and then for you to get on the show and say something and make something so small of it when everything is made big these days, you know, I was just like, not a good idea. And of course, after she said that, she got a lot of backlash, okay, enough backlash to where she had to come on the next day and apologize for the same thing that I said. You know, with so much racial division in the country, she's not trying to further the wedge and, you know, upset people. But the damage had already been done. And it looks like Megyn Kelly is going to lose her show. I didn't know if it was going to go that far. I just sort of thought that this would have been another little blunder. But no, NBC looks like all the little missteps that she's made along the way, I guess they done got fucking tired of it. And they tired of trying to protect Megan from all the things, and you gonna get up there and say something like this. Who knows what the fuck she gonna say next? So I guess they're ready to just cut the ties. And I know Miss Tamron Hall somewhere laughing her ass off, okay, because I told you guys a while ago that she actually got a, am I saying her name right? Lord, please let me be saying her name right. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? The black girl that was on there before Megyn Kelly came. Remember I told you guys recently that she's now in a development deal. She's going to have her own talk show. And in the spirit of, I guess, afternoon talk show, and you know, they're trying to get that all together now. So she's going to be fine. And in reality, Megyn Kelly is going to be fine somewhere too. But yeah, just stupid. Dumb. It lets you know when you get a little too comfortable and you get to talking and saying shit that you just have absolutely no business saying. So child, we can't worry about Megan. You can't say shit like that. And, you know, we just learn. It's real touchy these days about race. White people, I'm going to let you know today, blackface is never okay. And while we're talking about race, I might as well bring up now the spice controversy. So on Tuesday, was it? Monday, Tuesday, I started getting a plethora of DMs and people were tweeting me. Actually, the first that I saw of this picture was a tweet. Somebody sent it to me and was like, oh my God, is this spice? And I looked at the girl, and if you hadn't have told me, oh my God, is this Spice, I would not have even thought that that was Spice. Like, her face didn't even look the same to me. But she had on this ridiculous blonde wig, and, you know, she was real fair. She had on, like, her midriff was out. So, you know, her midriff was also very light skin. And yeah, that was supposedly Spice. You know, immediately social media jumped to the conclusion that she had been bleaching. Now I will say, when I first saw the picture, I was shocked, like, what the fuck is going on with Spice? And then common sense quickly took over. I was like, okay, hold on, let me not get caught up in the, you know, all the hoopla. She's a dark-skinned woman. We just saw her within months ago on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I don't have any disbelief that, you know, people don't bleach their skin. I know Vybz Kartel, that's what everybody kept saying, you know, that he was another Jamaican artist. It was real popular over in Jamaica, you know, bleaching their skin and everything. You know, look at him, she's doing the same thing. And I said, okay, Vybz Kartel might have bleached his skin. Okay, I do believe he did when I see the pictures of him, because I don't know who the fuck he is. But when you look at Vybz Kartel, or when you look at Sammy Sosa, when you look at people that have had bleached skin, you can see that their skin has not bleached evenly like that. Like nobody bleaches and their skin is smooth. When you're trying to take up layers and layers and levels of color, when you're trying to go from a very dark skinned person to a very fair skinned person, you're not going to bleach that evenly. It's not going to distribute the same. You look like Sammy Sosa and Vybz Kartel. You look crazy. All right. And you look sickly. And when I saw that picture of Spice, she very, very much didn't look, even though she looked crazy, but in a different way, because it was like, oh, she was all even toned and there's just no way that you're gonna bleach that evenly like that, and you're not bleaching that fast. I mean, fuck, are you sleeping in a vat of bleach? Like, are you just in it all night, all day, and you get out? You know, it doesn't happen that quickly. So then I started to say, okay, Roxanne, well, if she's like this, obviously this is a statement she's making. This must be some sort of stunt. You know, so then I was just like, I didn't really pay much more attention to it. But boy, when I tell you, y'all black folks was something upset. Everybody going on how sickening it is. She bleached her skin and all this. And she had a live video with her face was light, but she had on gloves and stuff. And I was like, the video should let you guys know that this is not real. Okay, she's not showing her hands because in the picture she was light, but her hands probably don't have makeup on it right now. And yeah, it's like, no, you guys, it's not real. It's like, you don't have to be so upset. She's trying something. She's trolling maybe. But I had figured it must be for a video, for her to go way out like this, because she had taken all of her pictures off of her social media and she just had this one picture and said she would explain it all on Friday. But boy, I'm telling y'all was so fucking mad at her. she had to, you know, we had the righteous out there, you know, preaching and all of this, and she finally had to come out and say, okay, I got a song. Let me see what the name of the song is. She got a song coming out called called Black Hypocrisy. And you can imagine from how she looked and the name of the song, you know, it's a song about colorism. Okay, how she as a black artist, or as a black person, I should say, has had it hard growing up. People told her she wasn't going to make it because of her skin tone, and you know, women especially are especially mean to her because of her skin tone and say all of these things. And you know, so she decided to make this song and go all out with this video with her with this light skin. And so it was a social experiment is how she explained it. You know, I don't know why we had to go this far with it. You know, you'd have deleted all your shit off of social media and everything. Like, I'm just like, I mean, I guess. But did the message carry over the way that she wanted to? I don't know if it did or didn't, because everybody was really actually disappointed that she felt that she needed to bleach her skin like that. So I don't know. It's hard for me as a black person to, like, I can empathize with the light skin versus the dark skin. You know, the argument, the fight that there always is. Either they've had a really hard life or they've had a really easy life or whatever. It's hard for me because I feel like I'm kind of in the middle, and I've never had, when it comes to black people anyway, I've never had anybody tell me that I was too dark. I've never had anybody tell me that I was too light. I'm in the middle. So I guess I don't be real, I don't realize that this stuff still goes on as prevalent as it is until, I mean, in the black community is what I'm saying. But, you know, I know plenty of my rock stars on both ends of that spectrum will tell me, no, Roxanne, it very much is still out there. I still would like to think that it's not as much. Or is it? Am I being ignorant to the fact that colorism is still very serious? And you know, I don't want to say that I know it don't happen, because I do know it happens. But to the extent that people, that, you know, like what Spice is saying, does it still happen as much as that? So you guys just kind of let me know. Just kind of, let's have a discussion about it. Okay, y'all ain't got to get down there and get rude with each other. You know, I'm just saying. Spice is saying that women especially now don't hold each other up. You know, that they talk each other, you know, they talk down on each other. But you're looking at it from a social media type of, it's different. Social media is one way. Real life is another way. You know, when I'm out, I might be different, but I don't think that I am. But sometimes when I'm out and I'll see a good looking woman and she looks really nice, I mean, I have no problem saying, girl, you really look nice. Oh, your hair is beautiful. Oh, you're such a pretty girl. and I've had people say things like that to me. So it's just like, I just be like, I don't know, maybe I'm just out of touch. Maybe I'm just out of touch. But as a reality star, it's a little different. You know, people might not like you, Spice, not necessarily because of your color of your skin, but because of your personality or the way that it has been presented on the show. You know, so I don't know if she was the right person. I mean, you know, if she felt very strongly and she wanted to say something about it, then I mean, I guess she was the right person for it. But I don't know, you guys. I don't want this to be taken wrong. So you guys just understand what I'm saying. Let's have a discussion about it. Is the whole light skin, dark skin thing still that bad in the black community, especially with women? Y'all, let's talk about it. Oh, our rapper girls have been having a week, haven't they? Child, and y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all faves. Oh, Nicki and Cardi. Okay, I got a little something on both of them this week. Y'all should be happy. First, Nicki. She is being sued by Tracy Chapman. You guys remember back when Queen was about to be released, and then she kind of kept pushing it back, like a day here, a day there. She finally went onto Twitter when everybody was getting frustrated, the Barbs especially, and she said she's waiting on a sample to clear from Tracy Chapman. It was taking longer than they expected. That's why they kept pushing it back, but the song was awesome, so she really wanted to keep it on the album. However, that would continue to make the album get pushed back. So should she just go on and release the album without the song? Or should we wait on the sample clearance? Well, she ended up releasing the album without the song, and that should have been it. But she went on to promote the album. She was on an interview show with Funkmaster Flex. You guys remember that. And she provided the song to Funkmaster Flex, who went on to play the song on his radio show. He also promoted it on social media, okay, on his social media. And, you know, while she did not release the song on her album, you know, you providing the song to Funkmaster Flex, and now it's out there. So Tracy Chapman, in the meantime, had told her no. She ended up not clearing the sample. They could not use the song. So now Nicki Minaj providing this song. Yeah, y'all see the problem there. So now Tracy Chapman is suing, fuck you bitch, pay me. And she's going to get some money out of it, especially the fact that Nicki Minaj let us in on the whole holdup from the beginning. Okay, so yeah, she'll be fine. They're going to pay, and it's going to be out of their hair. But yeah, just a lesson that, you know, sometimes is when a bitch mean no, they mean no. That mean don't play they shit nowhere. Don't play it at the house. Don't play it in the car. Okay, don't play it on your damn iPod. No. So that was one thing. Then your girl Cardi, okay, she had let out last week that she was going to be releasing her new single from her new album called Money. It was supposed to come out today, Thursday, but the song was leaked. Now, it was just leaked a few days early, so to me, no big deal. But I would imagine that her and her team and her label, they probably had a huge marketing campaign, a marketing plan, that the way they wanted this to roll out, and nobody wants to be blindsided when the song comes out a few days earlier. You can do one of two things. You can either try to pull it back in and wait these couple of days and, you know, be scrambling, or you could just go with the fucking flow, and the song is already out now, and now you just, you know what, fuck, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you promote the song and you let it go. Okay, well, she went with option number 2. It's out now, promote it. I guess they did try to bring it back in, but, you know, once something is out, you can't unsay something that's already been said. So the song is out. You know, she got on her Instagram live and she was annoyed about it, you know, because like I said, I'm sure they had a plan, but she just decided she needed to put it out. I mean, you know, just needed to just go with the flow and, you know, just capitalize on a couple of days early. In the live, she kind of mentions, she doesn't kind of mention, she mentions the Barbs and how the Barbs won't let her fucking live. And that some people, excuse me, I don't know what's wrong with me, the burps. Some people are saying that she was blaming the Barbs for the early leakage. And first of all, if she was saying that, no, I don't think I'd blame the Barbs necessarily. I mean, that song probably had been through a lot of hands and somebody leaked it. Those things happen. But I didn't even necessarily think that she was saying that the Barbs leaked the song. I thought what she was saying was the Barbs just won't fucking let her live. And anytime something happens out of her plans or out of her control, they jump on it and just be so gunning for it to fuck up or for it to fail. But they be on it so much, almost like a fan, that she feels like they even push her, you know, they push her towards her goals just because they're such haters. Okay, now that was the message that I kind of got out of it. But, you know, she was kind of saying like the Barbs won't let me live, and you know, they always on my shit before, you know, I can put anything out. And so if she was saying that, you know, they leaked it, or she was blaming it on the Barbs, yeah, I don't know if I blame it per se on the Barbs. Couple of days early, you know, it's not like a whole album was leaked. It was one song. I know they better get a fucking tight ass grip on that album though. Okay, because we saw what happened with Rihanna when her album, you know, that shit was wrong. And Rihanna, that album, it had a rough start. Okay, it still turned out to be a hit, but it was bumpy at the beginning. Even I wasn't a huge fan. Like, it was just, they did Rihanna wrong. So, you know, Cardi can learn from something from that. But she gonna be fine. Like I said, Nicki gonna be fine too. Okay, I'm trying to be even on both sides. I don't need none of y'all crazy Barbs and Barty gang fans out there trying to fuck with me. Okay, I like both of the girls. Okay, why we all can't live together in harmony and peace? And then speaking of Cardi, let's talk about the Migos. I didn't even write this information down, but I happened to hear it on the radio this morning on the way to work, so I was just like, I gotta talk about this. So they're saying that the Migos stole the song Walk It Like I Talk It. You know, walk it like I talk it. 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 And I heard that, and I was just like, you know, people say they steal songs all the time, and, you know, I figure it'll be a lawsuit and it'll get thrown out and we won't worry about it no more. But on the radio this morning, I actually happened to hear the song, the original song. I don't even know the artist. I'm sorry. But the artist that has now brought along this lawsuit, child, when they played it, and when I tell you it sounds just like Walk It Like I Talk It. I mean, it got a whole bunch of other unmastered and fucked up kind of sound in the background, but the Walk It Like I Talk It, Walk It Like I Talk It, it's the same thing. I mean, it's the exact same thing. And I was just like, oh no, baby. Quavo, Takeoff, 1, 2, 3, Ready, Set, Go, whatever the names, all of them. Y'all gonna have to run old boy his money. Yeah, it's the same song. And I don't know how they gonna get out of this one. What y'all need to do is go on and break off old boy a little bit of y'all money. And move on along. Has anybody listened to these new albums from the boys? Okay, I know there's one left. What is their names? Is Quavo, Offset, or yes, Offset? Is Quavo? Is Takeoff? What is Offset, or is it Takeoff? It's Offset, right? That's Cardi's man, and then I know it must be Takeoff. He got an album. He the last one to come out with an album. I think that Offset is Quavo. Child, don't even let me get the lion. Let me get off of it. But yeah, y'all gonna have to run old boy his cash. Okay, y'all know y'all stole that song. Alright, you guys, and I know everyone out there saw, if you're on social media anyway, on Instagram, I know all of you guys saw the pictures going around of Kenya Moore Daly and Mark Daly, their baby shower. She had a whole princess theme, I believe it was, or something along those lines. You know, everybody was kind of dressed up. I just noticed that everybody had tiaras and crowns on and shit, so that's what I just imagined the theme was. And they looked like they had a great time. I thought Kenya looked beautiful. She looks very happy. You know, it's good to see that the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast, most of them anyway, still very much support her. Even Portia. Okay, well, Portia's in a different place right now. I'm sure she's pregnant. She's about to get married. You know, she's much happier in her life and willing to let bygones be bygones, if Kenya is as well. You know, they moved on to different areas in their life. So even she was there. Okay, and everybody looked like they was having a good time supporting. And I love that about the fact that you can tell that them girls still kind of wish that Kenya was on the show. Okay, because they do support her quite a bit outside of the show. Now, I say most of them because Nene was not there. I didn't expect Nene to be invited because I've heard Nene say in the past things about Kenya that I kind of took as her being like a slight. Okay, so the fact that Nene wasn't there, but all the rest of the girls were there, you know, and because of the fact that it was a costume party, child, you know, in Atlanta, we loves us a fucking costume party. It's a goddamn costume party. Them celebrities don't do nothing else but have a fucking costume party. But anyway, that brought extra attention to the party, knowing that Nene was not there. Now, I just kind of assumed that Nene is going through her own things with Greg. He's sick. He has cancer. And it's been a rough road for them. So you would think with that going on in her life that she wouldn't have time to be on social media being shady. She did post a comment underneath somebody's picture, one of the girls from the show. I don't know if it was Kenya's directly, but she was saying how beautiful Kenya looked and that she was happy for her and Mark. Okay, that was fine. You really could have just left it there. But you know, Nene started to go on and on. You could tell she was being very facetious, where she was just like, oh, Real Housewives of Atlanta, they are crazy. They should have her back on the show. She should be on the show. You know, she started leaving these kind of messages to the point where it started to look like, okay, you're not really saying that because you mean it. You are being sarcastic. You are leaving these comments knowing that people are going to comment back to you. So then you can get into a back and forth confrontation about, you know, the fact that Kenya is or isn't on the show. It's just like, Nene, why are you doing this, girl? Your husband is sick. Concentrate on that right now. You know, you don't need to be shady. Yeah, they got rid of Kenya because she was not, you know, forthcoming in her relationship. She was not putting it out there. That's already been asked and answered. We don't need you to co-sign on the reason why they decided not to bring her back. Like, you're a co-star like the rest of the girls. I know she will tell you till the cows come home. She built this show. Even Andy will co-sign and say, yes, the show was built on Nene's back. And I will give that to Nene 100%. Okay, she was the person that knew everybody and brought them all in. Why do you have to keep on being that way? Why do you have to keep on telling us like we know it? Even if people try to say that you're not, the majority of us know that that's what it is. So for you to just come on and leave these comments that are shady, backstabby about Kenya at a time where she's not on the show, so it doesn't even really fucking matter. She's at her baby shower, she's having a good time, and you just keeping up all this commotion in the comments about, you know, Kenya, it just looks haterish to me. And it's, I don't be understanding why people be so haterish when they don't have to be. Like, Nene, we know that you know, you the man on the show. You know, so it's just like, I just feel like people should stand in their strength. Like if you Nene Leakes, bitch, then be Nene Leakes. Like, don't even let that shit shouldn't even bother you. But it seems like you bothered because you had to do all of that on the girl's Instagram. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta believe that you this strong person, that the show couldn't go on without you, even though it has. But you know, it's like, if you don't believe it, then why the fuck should I believe it? So I just was like, yeah, Nene, you ain't even need it. It was haterish. It was haterish. Did it seem haterish to you guys? It was haterish to me. And then lastly, you guys, in Quickies. T.I. and Tiny and the friends and family hustle or whatever the fuck it is. I'm not going to review that show. And really, I honestly don't want to talk about it here. Only because I really like Tiny. And I don't know what Tiny and T.I. have got set up in their relationship, but I don't understand it as an outsider. So because I don't understand their relationship and because it frustrates me and makes me so mad, I'd rather not speak on it, because if I do speak on it, it'll force me to be calling Tiny stupid and dumb and, you know, getting run over and, you know, and I don't like talking about Tiny that way because I really do like her. I just honestly don't understand that relationship. So all the shit that the motherfucker said on the show, I just told y'all last week how he is, right? I just told you guys last week how he is. And this week he get up there talking the bullshit about how Tiny not mad about him cheating. She just mad that it was on social media. You know, I was just like, I just said I'm not gonna talk about it. Oh, he is a horrible. He's not a good person. I'm sorry. He's cute and everything, but that inside, child, make him ugly. But really, the reason why I'm talking about this is because of the fact that Tasha the Skank had the nerve and the gall to be upset about them talking about her on the show. Okay, and I said, bitch, you got your motherfucking nerves, because first of all, they didn't ever say your name. Okay, they didn't show you. All right, they blacked out your face, even though we can see your wild ass hair and the rest of you. But they gave you that much respect, okay? The respect that you didn't have for Tiny when you got your ass up in that backstage with T.I. and allowed him to fill you up. And then you got a problem with this? Got the nerve to say, does anybody else need a storyline? Bitch! You got your fucking nerves. We didn't even know who the fuck you was until now. Yeah, I know she's an actress and people know her from her little acting gigs and everything, but we been knew Tiny. And fuck, Tiny can speak on the fact that some woman is allowing herself to get felt up by her own goddamn husband. So no, if anybody needed a storyline, it was you. So don't be sitting up here talking about, you know what, does anybody need a story? Bitch, you got your motherfucking nerves. Y'all, let me move on from there. Ray Caruth is out of prison after 19 years. I talked about this story a couple of months ago. We knew that his release date was coming up. And remember, he was saying how he wanted to be involved in his son's life, that he felt that it was time for the grandmother to, you know, relinquish custody to him and let him take care of it. And I was just absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was not going to happen. I don't know if part of that story got twisted up in the media and if he did exactly say that he wanted to have custody of the son, but he was saying that he wanted to be very much involved in this child's life. And I had been put my fucking foot down and said, hell fuck no, bitch. Okay. Not after you done got his mama killed. Okay. And he is now, you know, he has cerebral palsy and will never be able to take care of himself, you know, has to be taken care of by family members. You know, the grandmother pretty much takes care, has full custody of the kid. You lost all them rights as far as I was concerned. Not that, you know, I had any say in it, but, you know, I was just like, no, you don't. So anyway, y'all, he dialed it back from that. Okay, I think once he realized that he was tripping, he said, okay, he ain't really trying to just bust in like that, but he would still like to have a relationship with his son. Okay, so that's a little bit of a better approach. But I still would have said no. Now, the grandmother is much better than I am, and she said that she don't know if the boy gonna be going over there for weekend stays and going on vacations with Ray and all of that. However, she is open to the son having some sort of relationship with Ray Caruth, and I think that is a commendable thing, because there is no way in my soul Ray Caruth would probably be the reason why I made it to hell. I would never forgive him. And I know as a Christian that is, you know, that's a harsh thing to say, but I would never be able to find it in my heart to do it. So I think that that's a great thing that I don't know why I'm getting all shaky voiced again, but I think that's a great thing that she could be that way, because I just, I could never. Never. So we'll see. The grandmother says she's open to it, so maybe Ray will get his hope after these years in jail. He's had time to think about it, and, you know, maybe he'll get some sort of relationship with his baby, but it couldn't be me. Stony Brook University was having a concert. I think they call it Back to Brook. I guess it was some big concert that the university supposedly have, and originally Teyana Taylor was supposed to perform at this concert amongst other people. Well, supposedly, allegedly, I was told last week that I need to start saying that. Allegedly, the promotions of the concert was not up to par, and Teyana Taylor pulled out shortly before the concert was supposed to happen. So they scrambled to put somebody else in that place, and they ended up putting Ashanti there. Ashanti stepping in a couple of days before the concert. And again, Ashanti found out that shit was not right, and they didn't have their promotions right, and you know, probably ain't had sound checks, didn't know where the shit was gonna be. So she was just like, oh no, you know, I don't know if it was Ashanti's team or if it was the university or if it was a collective agreement, but you know what, we not doing doing this? Well, the university put out a statement saying that they had to cancel because only 24 tickets were sold, and now it looks like Ashanti only drew 24 people that wanted to come to this Back to Brook or whatever it's called concert. Well, I mean, you know, I know how social media works, but you guys have to know that Ashanti still performs. She ain't selling out no fucking stadiums and all that, but you know what? She gonna do fine in a nice cozy environment, you know, where, you know, a good little crowd and a, you know, a nice size room. She still can draw that kind of crowd. So, you know, 24 people has nothing to do with Ashanti. It's the fact that they didn't promote it correctly. They didn't know what they was doing. They brought her in at the last minute and nobody even knew that she was on the bill. So that's really why, you know, we ain't gonna do we ain't gonna do Ashanti. We ain't gonna do Shani like that. And then lastly, you guys, all the infanticipating couples. First, they're saying that Queen Latifah, okay, better known as Dana Owens, and her girlfriend, Ebony Nichols. I know people are saying that they married, but until I hear somebody say that they married, which we won't because Queen Latifah never speaks on her sexuality, she gonna forever be a girlfriend as far as I'm concerned. But they're saying that Ebony Nichols is pregnant and that her and Queen Latifah are expecting this baby together. Now, what will be interesting is, how do you say you got a new baby with a woman and you're a woman and you have this baby, but you still not speaking on your sexuality? Now, first of all, it don't even matter because everybody already knows Queen Latifah's sexuality. People have just given her that respect of not trying to blast it, which in this day and age, I don't even know if we'll be blasting because, you know, it's an accepted lifestyle. But because Queen Latifah has never spoken on it, has made it a point not to do that, it's going to be interesting how she approaches this when she has this baby that obviously did not come out of her body. But it's with this other woman who is rumored to be her girlfriend. Like, is she going to finally publicly claim this girl as her girlfriend or her wife or whatever? And them really coming out and being a couple and having this baby? Because I'm sure she's going to want the world to know that this is her child. She's always said that she's wanted to have a kid. So it's just going to be interesting how she does that. But congratulations to the two suspected couple. The baby looks like it's going to be here within the next couple of months. We also can say congratulations to the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, and Prince Harry. They are infanticipating their very first child. The baby will be here in the spring of next year. Okay, so it didn't take them that long, but I knew they would get right to business. She's 38 years old. She's older than him. You know what? Time is money, baby. Let's knock these babies on out. Lastly, Matt Barnes and Anansa Sims, I believe is her name. They're having a baby together. If you guys don't know that name, Anansa, that is the daughter of Black supermodel Beverly Johnson. I don't know if they called her a supermodel back when she was modeling, but you know, she was the Black Fashion Fair and all of the, you know, she was that model back in the day. This is her daughter, and she's very happy. Said that she approved of Matt Barnes, you know, being such a stand-up man, okay, and that she's proud to know that that is going to be her future baby daddy-in-law. Are they gonna get married, y'all? But congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Prince and the Duchess. And congratulations to the Queen and her girl. Okay? Looking forward to all these new babies in the next year. Alright, rock stars. Let me get off of here. I still gotta do Greenleaf. Okay? We do this every week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.